Hi, this is Chanel CB with Renovations, and I'm having some thoughts about where to begin. Literally, where do we begin when it's time to embark on a new journey, when we realize it's time to change direction, start a project, engage in something positive? Where do we begin? And the answer is with a state of peace. And of course that's easier said than done, but before we begin anything, we do have to figure out how to set a foundation of peace. The Olympians, before they start their race or before they start their event, they see themselves winning before they get there. And their brains actually give the reactions in their bodies as if they were really running that race. But it still creates a greater sense of comfort to have tried something before you actually get there, or at least envision that you've tried something before you actually get there. So one way to be more peaceful or to be able to approach something with more confidence is visualization. So there's a difference between meditation and visualization. Meditation, we seek to allow our minds to be free of thoughts, even though that's very difficult to accomplish, but we sure try. But we want to let go of as much as possible in meditation. In visualization, we're doing something a little more active. We're actually seeing ourselves. We're creating a scene. We're allowing ourselves to experience in our minds the sensations, the feelings, the complete vision of what it is we want to accomplish. So whatever it is you're setting out to do, try the visualization technique, which I'm sure you've heard of before, but it's one thing to hear of it and another thing to put it in practice. So I challenge you to put into practice the visualizations of what you want to accomplish. You'll find that over time, if you do it over and over again, when it actually is time to run that race or give that speech or do whatever it is that you set out to do, that you're much more comfortable and able to approach it from a state of peace. A lot of people think that they can't achieve peace, and that's because they don't know that that's the foundation of their being. It's the core of all of our beings. At the very core of us is peace, the part of us that can never be touched and never be tainted. No matter what we go through in this world, there's a part of us that is unchanged. So at the very root, if we're able to connect to that space, no matter what it is we're going through, we'll be able to experience more balance than we are when we're dealing with a lot of things on the outside. This is why they say that whatever it is that you need is already inside of you. You already have that ability to balance yourself, to connect basically with the kingdom of heaven within. That part of your spirit that is untouched by everything else in this world. So regardless of what it is that we want to do, whether it's start a new business, form a new relationship, improve something about ourselves, the most important thing to do is going to be to look inward instead of Google, instead of talking to all of our friends first, right? We need to be able to connect with that space inside of us that helps us to get focused, because that's where all of our answers are going to come from. So I don't have a scientific formula of how it all works, but it seems like it has something to do with quieting our mind, not being so distracted by all of the chatter that goes on, all of the opinions and analysis and processing that it constantly does, pretending as if it's coming up with the great answers for us, when in reality we could just be going around in circles, still not finding the answers that we need to find. But if we're able to quiet it long enough and reach that space of peace, it's from there that we'll receive our greatest answers. And they seem to come from somewhere beyond this dimension, beyond what we're capable of thinking of, beyond what anyone else can tell us. A lot of people don't like to admit that that's God. but we know that's exactly what it is. So when we talk about that foundation of peace, we're really talking about that connection with God. When we talk about quieting our mind, we're really talking about quieting all of those voices that we're distracted by, the opinions, the people that are of this world, because the answers that we need are beyond this world. It's greater than that. So step 1, peace. It's from there that you can begin the journey to accomplish whatever goal you set out to accomplish.